But of course, this is a story with a happy ending. One day he got a new colleague into the team and he kept talking about the issue with the developer. He went on and on about it since he felt that his mind completely shut down whenever the emotions were running that high. The two of them talked about it several times, and suddenly the developer became aware of his prison that was hidden in the story, and he was surprised. Because he found out that this story was in fact not the truth about him. In many areas, he did control his emotions. And in some areas, it was even very easy for him, like for example when he was together with his wife and kids. So he spent some time thinking about it, and he discussed it with his new colleague too. After some time, building on the talks and the insight, it became possible for him to transfer his abilities from how he was at home to how he was at work. He focused on how he thought and felt when he was together with his kids. He found out that he simply had to remind himself at work, like what he did when he was together with his kids, that people around him always do their very best. Always. And what they see and experience is often not the same as what he did, simply because they were different people. He thought about next too. We all learn all the time, everywhere. He wants to stay open and learn too, now more than ever. So with that new insight, he practiced being in a specific mindset that he called open, calm, and curious. He especially practiced his new mindset at work when something was at stake, because he found out that his great passion and desire to do a great job could easily provoke his temper more in these situations than in others. Take a moment now to reflect about this story. Do you see something like this in your own life? Hit pause for working time. Now I will quickly give you some other examples of psychic prisons. See if you can recognize something as we go along. Remember to write down your thoughts in your book. I am not a people person. I have a lot of red in my inside profile, so I don't pick up on how people feel. I'm not good at prioritizing. I'm not good at delegating. I'm not good at handling conflicts. I'm not good at presenting something in front of many people. I'm not good at saying no. I'm not good at work-life balance. This is all the same as saying, I am what I am and I can't change. And in other words, I don't fully take responsibility for my actions. Because I'm deciding not to take the possibility to grow and develop in new exciting ways for the benefit of myself and others. Okay, let's go easy now. We're all just people, and here's the good news. Once more, the devil is in the detail. Actually, when you do find out how you put yourself in a psychic prison or a stupid box of some kind, there's really a fast and easy way to begin to get out of it. You simply add the word yet. So going back to the examples from before, I will say, I'm not a people person yet. I have a lot of red in my inside profile, so I don't pick up on how people feel yet. I'm not good at prioritizing yet. I'm not good at delegating yet. I'm not good at handling conflicts yet. I'm not good at presenting something in front of many people yet. I'm not good at saying no yet. I'm not good at work-life balance yet. This little word yet, it makes all the difference in the world. It tells you and signals to others as well that you are both willing and capable of change. You might decide to work at changing something right now or not. But just how you talk about something as being truth is either giving possibilities of growth or closing the world in and thereby making sure not to develop. The word yet is part of what I call temporary language. Temporary language is what you want to use when you want to give yourself and other people around you possibilities for growth by rephrasing your wordings. In the examples of not being good at delegating, instead of saying yet, you could also say, sometimes I'm not good at delegating, or I'm not always good at delegating. In the example of being not good at saying no, you can rephrase it to, I'm not always good at saying no, or sometimes I'm not good at saying no. And then you can look into when it is to learn more. Because in these two examples, you recognize that you are capable of delegating and saying no, and that brings possibilities for working with and thereby growth. And it matters, even if you don't consciously work with it right now. So now you get the possibility to scan your stories about you and thereby make it possible to develop in new areas. What stories do you use when you describe yourself? Brainstorm now and hit pause for working time. What stories do you use when you describe yourself? Brainstorm now and hit pause for working time. When looking at these stories, which stories do you like? Why is that? Could there be flip sides to these stories, like with the example of the man who said he was an Italian? Please look again at your brainstorm, and please do also take a look at your vision and your goals. What stories doesn't work for you anymore when you want to reach your goals and reach your great vision? How would you like to rephrase these stories? What you say is the truth, is what you focus on and count on, and that's what you will get. The devil is in the detail. Just remember that you can change and develop in new and exciting ways, which in turn will enable you to accomplish great new things that has been impossible up to now. One last word on fixed and growth mindset. Believing in general that you can change, as you do when you have a growth mindset, is especially important when you meet changes. Because when you can accept that you don't have the ability yet, and that it's fine to make mistakes along the way because you love to learn, then it's not so frightening to be in new situations. The problem with having a fixed mindset is, apart from not learning and growing, is that it tends to backfire when we're faced with something unfamiliar, new, or difficult. When we're faced with something new, we quickly begin to feel that we don't know what we're doing. The combination of a fixed mindset and a lack of ability will then easily create a lot of an anxiety. Det er svært. Jeg stopper.